So I'm in Corinth, Mississippi, and there was a lot of stuff I had planned to say today about Corinth. But let me just tell you, you never know who you're going to run into. It's about 3.5 hours from Drew to Corinth, Mississippi. I came all the way here to eat at Ben's Texaco. I've been hearing about the fried chicken, and you guys been saying I need to come here. And I walk in, as soon as I walk in, Sharon says, yeah, I recognize you, you're the guy, and I've been wondering when you were gonna show up and try our chicken. She's from Itabena. It's a small world. And then Mr. Tubbs walks up and he says, I know some people from Drew, I know people from Louisville. And so he and I spend about the next 15 or 20 minutes talking about all the people we have in common, like Red Parker, UD Parker, James Hicks of Louisville. Well, he was just throwing names out from all over. 3.5 hours from home. When I drove here, my whole thought was how different this area of Mississippi is from where I live in the Delta. And then I get here and I'm reminded that it's just the same thing. I mean, it's kind of a cool thing about Mississippi is it is really one big small town. But I will tell you, Corinth is one of the coolest of the coolest. Very northeast part of the state if you've never been here. Very beautiful part of the state. You start to see a little more rough terrain. In other words, you're getting into the foothills of the Smoky Mountains. So we don't have mountains in Mississippi, but this is as close as we get. It used to be called Crossroads because there were two major railroads that crossed here in Corinth. And at some point, the editor of the paper said, look, Corinth was a major crossroads for Greece. Why don't we call the place Corinth? That name stuck. They've been Corinth ever since. And it's just a beautiful place. I don't know if that was so loud you couldn't hear me or not, but anyway, just a beautiful place. Home of the Slug Burger. You got to go downtown to the drugstore and have a Slug Burger when you're here. And of course, not very far from here, just across the Tennessee state line, was the Battle of Shiloh. 23,000 Americans died in the Battle of Shiloh. It is the bloodiest day in American history, and that's something we have to think about as well. Walking Tall, just over the state line. I mean, we're just right on the border with Tennessee. A lot of people don't know that. The true story that inspired two Walking Tall movies, happened just a little north of Corinth, Walking Tall. Cool story. But just really cool area of the state. Beautiful area of the state. Let's take a look at this chicken though. And I gotta tell you, it's beautiful. I asked Sharon, I said, what do I need to get? And she said, get the spicy. And I can go either way. I like regular chicken, but I do like spicy sometimes. Also, they fry everything in peanut oil, which automatically is good with me. I don't always get the potato logs, but this potato log looks really, really good. Well, we're gonna check it out too. That was a really good potato log. This breast is massive. And by the way, chicken in some places are really expensive. So I got a Diet Coke, piece of chicken, and a potato log. Hey, my man.
All right.
This is Mr. Tubb right here.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Come on around where they can see you.
Okay.
I didn't see you sneaking up on me.
Okay.
You can tell me about this chicken. How good is it?
Man, it's the best chicken. It's the best chicken around. Wait, look, I tell you, the store closed up behind the predominant.
So they used to be at another place?
No, see, I work for the guy that owned the place, and he overseas can't come back to the country right now.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But before then, before the virus and stuff like that, the place was like, you know, it was like it's supposed to be in a conglomerate, but at one place, they stay the same. The chicken is cooked the same temperature, and he'll fire anybody that don't cook it the way he wants to cook it.
He fires them if they don't cook it the way he wants.
The way he wants.
So what?
You know?
Let's do the taste test, see how good this is.
Okay.
I should have got two. That way me and you both could have had one.
No, I'm good. I already ate one.
You already ate? He already ate one today.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's marinated.
I can tell. You can see the spices.
Yeah, it's marinated overnight and stuff like that. It's cooked the next day. Everything got to be cooked. If it ain't cooked the next day, throw it away. You know what I mean? But they don't throw it away because it's gone.
They ain't got to throw it away because they eat it all.
They ain't got to throw it. People buy it. You know, hey now. And then it stayed closed down for about a month. Oh, man, don't you know people? Oh, the churches. You know, they sell
Sunday?
20-piece box and stuff like that for funerals and everything like that, you know. And then the family gathering, they order early in the morning or the night before. And what they do is, they'll come Sunday. They have 2 cooks on Sunday to cook it.
Because they selling it so fast.
They sell it so fast, you know. Yeah. I went down and
You like the spicy or you like the regular?
I eat the spicy. My dogs like the regular. I get them the bone. They don't like the spicy bone, you know. But you know, animal real sensitive. That peanut oil is good.
Peanut oil is good.
That peanut oil.
That is really good chicken.
Yeah, sure is. And that Delta, I know. When I met Mr. Sheridan here, and then when they're talking about people, I know Sidney Sheridan and his wife Sarah. They grew the best roses I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And what is it, a botanist?
Botanist?
Yeah. Man, that man was good. He have called me on the phone, showed me how to do my little truck crop.
I'm glad I had him talk. I could just sit here and eat chicken.
He did.
Well, look. It's not very often I eat the whole piece of chicken when I'm doing this. But it's moist all the way to the bone. You can tell they brine this chicken good.
Yeah, it did. It did at certain temperature, timing, and like he didn't have certain people working here. Well, good cook, but they try to quick thing. You know what I mean? Knock out 10, 15 seconds, don't get it out there and stuff like that. No, you gotta go. You can't do it by my way. There's a set recipe, and that's what it's been for years and years and years. You know what I'm saying?
So here's how I score chicken, or anything I do. Scale of 1 to 10, I do decimal points.
Yeah.
So,
2.3, 4.5.
I can do whatever. And if you start hitting in the 7s, that's pretty good. Don't mind. If you get into 7s, it's way better than in the 7s, ain't it?
Oh yeah. I tell you what, the next person come out that store, ask them to have they bought any chicken here before. How do it taste?
I already know how it tastes now.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I have to score this thing.
Yeah.
It's right up there with as good a chicken as I've ever had. The highest score I've ever given on chicken is 9.2. That's the highest.
They got to be in the South.
That was Tupelo, actually.
Tupelo.
Tupelo, King Chicken and Tupelo got a 9.2.
Okay.
And then Mr. Jiffy in Batesville, Mississippi
Okay.
got a 9.2.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this a 9.1. It's that good.
Okay.
It ain't the best I ever had, but it is so close that I almost can't tell the difference.
Right.
And I probably would have given it an 8.9 if my man hadn't been out here selling it so hard. 9.1, that's the score. Came all the way to Corinth for some really good chicken fried and peanut oil.
Yeah.
Met my man, Mr. Tubbs here.
Yeah.
He's giving me the 411 on everything in Corinth.
Yeah. And then you gonna do the drool, put it out.
Oh, it'll be all over the place.
Okay.
They'll be able to see it here.
Anybody know me? My name is Eddie Tubbs, Eddie Jerome Tubbs. I live in Corinth, Mississippi. And anybody know me in Drew, give me a call. 212-2194. 662-212-2194. You know, I'm sure somebody gonna call me, because I know somebody know me.
It's a small world, man.
That's a small world.
Hey, this is the first for the review. Nobody ever gave the phone number out on the review.
Yeah.
You the first.
Okay, deal. I know somebody that know me, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Tubbs gets around.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
Yeah, good.
We're gonna close it out. We'll
right,
see you on the interweb.
Okay.
So taking a little lesson from my pal Mike Ellis here. So you'll recognize this song probably, but I'm changing it up a little bit. Corona, Corona, why'd you do me so wrong? Corona, Corona, why'd you do me so wrong? I ain't had no loving since you've been gone. Well, I love Corona.